Hi guys, it's me, Faye the Bookworm. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This is a fiction romance novel. It is 325 pages long and it's different. It is a romance, but it is also the story of this woman's trials and tribulations of growing up and finding her happiness. Now, if you're going to pick this book up, be sure to check for the trigger warnings before, because it does talk about self-harm, suicide, drug abuse, and sexual assault. This book, it took me a very long time to get into it. Like, it was almost chapter 9 before I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I'm starting to like this. You know, it was a slow start for me to really like the characters. But once I start liking them, I really liked them. I loved the realistically flawed, imperfect character that Eva is. She is living with a chronic illness, so we get a little bit of insight into that, about how sometimes every day can be a struggle and how the medical field really disregards people with chronic illnesses. She is a Black woman, divorced, raising her daughter all year long except for in the summer when she goes and sees her dad. And I just really enjoyed reading her story. I also enjoyed her daughter's narrative as well. You know, she's a teenager, so it's spiky in attitude, and you know, they're friends, and she gets into some trouble in the middle. Eva, as an adult, is a writer, and she is writing a vampire witch erotica romance, and she wrote it based on her high school boyfriend, and she is like almost 40 years old. She's ready to move on, you know, but her fans are just crazy. I love how they're described. They're always wearing like witch hats and signs and t-shirts and obsessed with it, and you know, made their whole life about her books. It just reminded me of like how rabid Twilight fans were when it came out, you know, like seriously fighting over the book. That's like how these people are described, and I really enjoy that. But on the other side, I didn't care for the love interest, Sean. It's not that I like disliked him or hated him, I just didn't care about him. I didn't vibe with him. Anytime that we were reading about him, I was just really rushing through so I could get back to my girl Eva. He has an interesting story, you know, it is. I just don't care about it, I'm gonna be honest. Now, Eva and Sean were high school sweethearts. Bunch of drama happened. They're separated all these years. They've both written books about each other, and now they've seen each other again, and they're trying to rekindle that flame, and some things go down, and Eva realizes she's not happy. Sean's never been happy. So, a little spoiler, but like at the end of the book, they break up. They say that they're breaking up because they need to work on themselves and make themselves happy in their own lives before they try dating, try to be together. And I love that. Please do the work on yourselves. And they say they're going to. And then we're not showing any growth. We're not showing anything happening. Eva goes to work on her new project that she is so passionate about. And then he goes to like therapy. But there's no conversation about how they actually grew as people and how they are different now, other than like being happy with their decisions. And then they just get back together and everything's fine, which, you know, is how real life happens. People say like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that, and then we can get back together, and then they end up back together anyways, just because you're attracted to that person, you know, drawn to that person. So it is realistic. It's just I wanted that closure of hearing their growth and them happy before they got back together, because I don't want to say they tie their happiness to them dating, but it seems like it a little bit, you know, and I don't like that. I like this book. I don't like this book. I like Eva. I don't like Sean. So I'm not really sure how to rate this or where I stand on this. maybe after some more time passes, I'll have a better idea. So 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, should you pick it up? Sure. It's okay. You know, it's not great, but you know what? You might love it. You might like Sean. I don't know why. I just don't. But that's all for me today. Have a great day. Bye.